Sup, meatbags. I get to do the intro again? For context, he's complaining about a video we made called Potato Fails to Make Friends, Avoids Jail Though. A commentary of video shot by the Big T himself and broadcasted via live stream. Potato couldn't even get past the title before he assumed we were somehow reframing a straightforward event. Anyway, we rejoined the strange encounter with Timbo, already in progress.
I told it very clear. I haven't. The things that people make are not only fake, but they are reframing and trying to recapture a narrative that they already reframed. These are Jewish. You're Jewish. You're working with the same cult that used to stalk. You're part of the same cult. And I'm gonna call the police on you if you keep going, dude.
Please, call the police. Tell them that a social commentator is showing up for your public live streams to make fun of your nonsense. Feel free to call it stalking, but do be sure to mention the time you invited, or rather told, us to come into your private server. The police will totally take you seriously, just like they did the night in question when you said you didn't do anything.
We know you're trying really hard to be intimidating, Timbo. Like Raxo, it's having the opposite effect.
So, when did this turn into a interrogation room?
You said the video was bullshit. Just wondering what you think happened. Because the video seemed pretty clear to us. And everyone else who has seen it.
Why am I being interrogated by this guy out there? Why is there a stranger in my life interrogating me?
Because you're in a public place denying your very own footage of yourself from a few years ago, acting just like you are today. Also because you asked what was up with the video. Did we miss something?
I'm not doing this.
Timbo, if the footage didn't show what we saw, according to you, is it not logical to ask
You're a nobody.
how you saw the event in question?
Moreover, your attitude, tone of voice, and the pouty expressions pretty much make that assertion untrue. Or at least very difficult to believe. It's easy to tell you're also quite pissed off you don't have anything physical to make fun of or use as a straw man. That is a sign you're not a very good debater, going after the person rather than the information they present. It's why we didn't make fun of your appearance. Whether you're well-groomed in a three-piece suit or rocking your look, the facts are still the same. You acted like an asshole on your own live stream and got to go home with the police. Effectively arguing against the video evidence is very difficult, which is why you probably wish you were talking to this guy.
Yeah, you are. You are nobody.
The silent treatment, very adult response.
Well, I guess the conversation's over then. You're stalking me though. Roboto-san is stalking me. That's how it is.
No, if we were stalking you, we'd be in the garden. You just don't have a comeback. Maybe the silent treatment was a better tactic for you?
So, deleted user Roboto-san, he wanted to reframe some of the shit that Metalorian and TXT made in the past.
Takes a special kind of denial to assume that based on the title alone.
And then he wants to call that truth, but he wants to reframe it twice. So they want to wrangle the shadows, and then he want to say, yeah, just confront your past. What are you talking about, you fucking spastoid?
He throws around some pretty strange words. Wrangle, shadow, etc. Perhaps a quick interlude to explain how Timbo sees his past might help. He believes that Josh Moon, the Kiwi Farms guy, created the Moon device. It's a box for stolen shadows that have been wrangled. Shadows are embarrassing moments, information, or actions that shows Tim Dooley to be anything less than the spud sage he thinks he is today. So, for example, he farted a few times during a particular stream this week. Everyone knows Jesus didn't fart, right? So Timbo probably wishes folks wouldn't talk about it, and a shadow is born. A wrangled shadow, as we understand it, is when someone takes a shadow and reframes it to make Timbo look even worse. So, basically, Timbo thinks we reposted someone else's take on what he did that night. A wrangled shadow from the past that is being reframed somehow but actually should be in the Moon device. Whether the device is Kiwi Farms itself is still unclear. Anyway, that's our translation of his gibberish.
I'm never gonna subscribe to lies. I'm never gonna subscribe to others' false narratives. I'm never gonna subscribe to someone trying to reframe and re-narrate my life. Sorry, but I learned that lesson a long time ago, and you're so garbage, dude. You should be ashamed of yourself for the way that you live your life, Roboto-san. And I'm talking directly to you. Really, I see you. I see what you are, and I see what you're doing. And you're a louse. You're less than that. You're a slime bag. You're a bag of slimes. And you should literally be ashamed of yourself because you are a pygmy. You're a fucking slime. You're the dirt under my nails.
You can almost see the information bounce off of his brain. Look at that expression. He really wants to convey the fact that his brain is in high gear. Every neuron firing to figure out the best possible burn he can muster. This is the kind of pose a supervillain in a movie might strike before saying something deeply impactful. What do you think Timbo is gonna say?
A. I can see there is no reasoning with you. The time has come for some metaphysical metaphors and similes.
B. Well, Roboto-san, you've fallen quite neatly into my trap. Prepare to meet your makers.
C. I really need to go to the bathroom.
D. Let's see if the AI can explain it to you.
E. Well, I'm going to report all of your videos. Just understand that.
Well, I'm going to report all of your videos. Just understand it.
Oh, Timbo. You said that before.
Each and every one. Every time you pull something out of the Moon device, I'm gonna report you for misinformation.
See, this makes us think the Moon device is Kiwi Farms. If he does think that and expects information to stay inside Kiwi Farms, then he truly is not bright at all. Would it surprise you to learn he used to claim an IQ of 160?
The best part about this whole thing is we didn't get the information from Kiwi Farms. The video itself is elsewhere on YouTube, and the person we got it from doesn't want credit. Probably to keep Timbo from copyright striking the unedited stream. That's how badly the information leaked from the device is. It's already outside. Looks like you put your shadows in an unsecured location.
And I'm gonna make long, lengthy reports about why I believe that it's misinformation. I'm gonna let YouTube know. So just letting you know that I'm gonna do what I can to remove you. And the reason is I don't want to have that kind of misinformation and garbage. You should really be ashamed of yourself. Your channel shouldn't exist. And the reason is you don't offer anything. You're a cancer on this planet, dude.
Hey, you're perfectly entitled to your opinion. As we said, it's not really a factor in our decision-making.
Why don't you accept your past? You're the one who's hiding behind an AI, behind everything. You're the one who's hiding. Roboto-san. You want to talk about a stranger person's life. Why don't you talk about your own life? Like, everything you're saying is a mission to your own guilt, right? You're saying you can't accept your past. What about your past? Do you have a past? Mr. Anonymous person with an AI voice. Why don't you accept that?
We do, silly meatbag. We do. We accept that the voice you're hearing isn't ours. That's just part of the shtick. We just don't need AI to think for us, create stories, or do most of the things you use it for. There is a right way to use every tool, which is all AI is. You, Tim, are using it the wrong way.
You ever considered that?
Ever considered revealing your identity was a bad idea?
Yeah, AI is lame.
Like, he wants me to accept, like, he's a he's a villain. He's a scam artist. You're a scam artist, dude. Why don't you, talk about the scams you committed?
This is priceless. He's reaching for anything at all. The truly hilarious part is that if he did have access to the meatbags records, he'd be saying things like, "Ever considered you shouldn't drive over the speed limit?" Or, "Ever considered that you got a D in 7th grade math?" "Who the hell are you to talk about the night I was persecuted at the bar?"
Huh, I get to do the ending too? Alright. Shit, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, right. Potato's fight with facts he doesn't like dealing with and the lack of information on the meat bag. Oh man, Potato Head, you must be reading out of the Book of Cyrax. Because this was only the beginning of his Raxo arguments. Join us for part 3, which should hopefully be the last in the series soon. For now, it's Friday, or Saturday, depending on where in the world you are. Have a great one!